Hi everyone. It's been a minute. It's been crazy busy. That's just how life is. But let's just jump right into it and get started. I have yet to go through this. I have seen a review, I believe on Amazon somewhere for this book. It's called England is a Garden. I'm guessing, I think this came from Discovery Books. Catherine Hamilton. Just a normal, it says it comes with 47 full color illustrations. It's beautiful. Hopefully you guys have all had a really good Christmas and New Year's. It says this book was published in 1985, reprinted in 1988. We had a good Christmas and a good New Year's, so let's hope the rest of the year stays that way. These are really pretty, like watercolor, kind of. I did order a second one of these because I found this one on Amazon, and I think this was like $10.80, and it had free shipping. I mean, I didn't get it like next day or anything like that, but it took like 2 weeks. Oh, wow. Look how beautiful. They're not glossy pages, so these would be good. I mean, you're going to have to pick, which side you want to use, which kind of sucks. But, a lot of times that's why if I really fall in love with one of these botanical books and they have them on the front and the back, obviously, on this, I would choose this side. Wouldn't really care for that side. I buy 2 of them if I can. If they're not cheap and I can't find them on sale, then I definitely don't buy 2 of them. Or I'll put one in the cart, especially if it's in Amazon and I know that someday it will go on sale. I'll just leave it there and I'll check on it sporadically and see if it's on sale. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, and then sometimes instead of it decreasing in value, it goes up in value. Love the buildings in the background too, so you can always like fussy cut this stuff too. But I mean, even fussy cutting, you still have to pick which side of the page you want to use. Wow, they're so pretty. Our England is a garden that is full of stately views of borders, beds, and shrubs, and lawns and avenues. And that's that. And that is England is a Garden by Catherine Hamilton. This book I did get off of Amazon. Honestly, I wouldn't pay the 30 some dollars that I paid for this, and I probably won't cut this up just because 1, it's the only copy I have. 2, or maybe I didn't get this off of Amazon. Well, I do know that things that I have bought off of Amazon, they do come from third parties. So this, I know it came from Amazon, so this was written in here. But it does have, you know, writing. It's a little different on how it's set up. And this is the woman's diary. This is who wrote it. And then Margaret's early diary with pressed pansies picked on the morning of Thursday, 29th May of 1902. That's this right here. So it shows, you know, some of that. I'll show you what I don't like about it. That's her in 1912. I love the birds. So they kind of give you an insight of what her life was like and who she was at the beginning with some pretty pictures. This was her in her home in September of 1968. All right, so it says that there's 2 journals in here. So this is the first journal. This is from October 26 to December 27. So she's beautiful. So here's that. And then this is just how it's set up. I don't really care for these big letters. I mean, I like them, like the big letters, but I don't like the fact that they're made out of twigs. I don't know. Like I said, it's just my preference that I wouldn't pay $33 for this. But like that, the birds, it's really pretty. It's on this page. You got the bunny. More birds. That's really pretty. The flower. Now, I'm not sure if she hand drew all these. I'm gonna guess yes. It's pretty. But, you know, everybody has their preferences. So, you know, in my opinion, no, I wouldn't pay $33 for this. And I did get it off of Amazon. And then in the back, you know, they don't really have, you know, it's not as many. So this book definitely has more writing than it does pictures. But you can always fussy cut these, so it just depends on how you want to use it. A Countrywoman's Journal, Margaret Shaw. I know Amazon still has them. Okay, this one I got off of Amazon, The Secret World of Plants. They do have more of these books, but they're different series. So like this one's plants, and then the other one might have been insects. Well, I forget what the other one was, like space or something like that. So these are mainly, and it's pretty. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see how it has that. It's shining like that because it's gold. These are lined with gold on the outside, not real gold, but you know, gold. But they say it's more towards kids, so they just kind of talk about the plants, the leaves. I think this is probably the second or third kids book that I've gotten that's kind of set up like this. Okay, wow, okay. That's a cocoa bean. And then they just kind of go over. Now, they had somewhat of a review of this book, but they really didn't have that much. So I had no idea exactly what I was getting into when I got this book. Would I buy this book again? No. But like I said, that's my preference. It looks like they have this split up into sections. They're color coded up here as well. So these ones are the flowers. That's pretty. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's beautiful images in all these books. That's no. But you know, tearing it out and like fussy cutting, ooh, that's pretty. And using them for journals, you know, sometimes when you buy these books, you don't really get reviews. And when you buy them, you get kind of disappointed. Roots and bulbs is what this one is. You get a little disappointed, and then, you know, these books just sit on your shelf, or you try to do everything you can to get rid of them. And you kind of, you know, books aren't necessarily the cheapest. Stems and trunks, depending on where you go and what book you want. So you just want to make sure, leaves is the other category, that, you know, you're getting what you want. And that's why I do a lot of these book reviews and show you what's inside, because even when I Googled on YouTube what some of these books were, I still couldn't find anything. This book I did get off of Amazon, and what's crazy is they had these for like $7 or $8. If you're able to snag one of these, snag it. The only downfall is that the pages are, I mean, the pictures are the whole size of the page. I did notice I bought 3 of these because for $7 or $8 a piece, that's, you know, $28 to $30 for 3 books. So if I really like it, I like to have one that I can keep for myself, one that I can fussy cut, and then one that I can rip the pages out and use in my junk journals. I don't have, obviously I can't afford to do that with every book, but only the ones that I really like. So you're going to start off with your glossary at the beginning, and it says that this is the Wildflowers of America. It has 400 flowers in full color. So they have 400 plates in here. I've seen on YouTube where some of the creators will use these pieces of pages for like envelopes and stuff like that. This has beautiful writing. You know, you could always use that. So this is how big, like it's the whole page, and there is no discussing it other than what's up here in the front of the book. So when it says 400, it means that there's 400 plates in here. So there's 400 images front to back. The paper is not shiny. It's matte. And the other 2 books that I got, they came already too, and they're actually smaller. So they kind of trimmed this top piece of paper off. So this book is a little taller than the other 2 that I have. But this is it. You know, personally, I would just rip these out, and then I would fold it in half and put it in a junk journal. You know, unless your journal is this size, you can't really fussy cut these and put it in your journal unless you do fussy cut it. And what you could do is pick and choose which piece and part of the flower you want. So you could fussy cut it and put this in your journal, and then maybe put this in a different section. Or like this here, you could cut it off here and it wouldn't be super big in your journal. You know, it's double-sided, so you do have to pick, but they are beautiful images. And like I said, I couldn't pass it up for like $8 on Amazon, and I didn't have to pay shipping. This one I decided will be the one that I pull pages out of first because the binding, it's already coming apart. The other two are in much better condition. But it's a beautiful book. So you get 400 plates. So you just have to pick and choose. And, you know, for $8, you could, if you can, you could snag 2 of these. You'd be able to have one for, you could cut out one for each side of the page. This book is called The Illustrated Herb Encyclopedia, a complete culinary, cosmetic, medical, and ornamental guide to herbs. It's just a plain cover. I told my husband the other day, I said, oh, how nice would that be to like snag one of these books from an estate sale or just somewhere, and because nobody really opens them or goes through them, you know, you pull back the sleeve and there's some hidden money in there. But here's the beginning. So even like this right here, yeah, this is pretty, but you know, if you really wanted to, you could cut this and these could be journaling cards, you know. You can fussy cut. And then here's your, I didn't really go through this book, so I don't really know. I think it gives you kind of information at the beginning, and then you have the herbs. So it gives you a little bit of insight. And then this is the author, Kathy Keville. Okay. So it gives you the information of the herb on this side. So you're going to have the family, the description, the habitat it is in, the cultivation, garden design, related species, history, culinary, medical uses, and then it'll give you some type of, says the best ginger for this recipe. Oh, crystallized ginger. I think they all come. Nope, they don't all come with that. They don't all come with like a recipe. And then you do have some of the realistic, which I don't care for those kind of pictures, which I'm sure if you've watched my other videos, you've heard me say that before, that like I like more of like the drawing, painting pictures. Like I don't really care for these. At the beginning of like junk journaling, I did buy, you know, a lot of like the botanical books that had that in it, thinking I was going to use it, and you know, they were pretty, but it's not my favorite. So it just goes over the herbs, what you can do and use with them. And now this does have recipes. Spiced blackberry syrup. rosemary, honey, rosemary, and snow. So yeah, you know, you can fussy cut, or you can just, you know, rip the pages out and then you fold it in half and just use it for your junk journals. I have one more book for this video. You know, so you get more drawings and or paintings of the herbs in here than you do of like actual pictures of herbs. I believe I got that from the thrift store. And then a sampler of wayside herbs. This is by Barbara Pond. I don't believe I paid $15 for this. Actually, I take that back. I do believe I did pay $15 for this because this came from, what do you call it? An antique mall. So the pages, if you pay attention and can see, I don't know, you can see the different colors in here where you have some white and then the cream. So you start with the cream in the back, and you do get these pretty pictures on here. Fussy cut them. I probably wouldn't fussy cut. I would just probably cut, you know, and try to, I don't know what I would do with it exactly at this moment, but, and then you do have on the white pages, which it looks like within each one, you get 2 white pages with front to back of the flower. These ones are so big that, you know, just folding the paper in half would be just fine. These ones you could fussy cut and use them. You could even just cut this out as a square. Cut this out as a square and put this with this on your paper or journal. When I find stuff like this at antique malls and thrift stores, like, I snatch it up. If it's for a reasonable price and it's not going to break the bank, you know, $15 is not going to break the bank. So, you know, if they wanted $30 for this, I wouldn't have paid $30 for this. Even though it's really pretty. Plus, you know, it all depends on what you feel comfortable paying for these items. But there's many, many things that you can do with these images. But this is a good book. Hopefully, front page, you enjoyed it. So please hit the like button and the subscription button. I tend to put out videos of the books that I have in my collection, just to where I can show you. So if you want to buy these books, you are able to take the time to watch my videos, see what kind of pages, pictures, and information is in there, and then decide on your own what you want to do with it. Purchase it or not. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day, and hope you guys had wonderful holidays. Have a great evening, guys. Bye-bye.